Hey, Fizz, you can finally see Kerel now.
I know that's right. I feel so bad.
He feels so bad.
Hey, community, here's what's brewing today.
Wicked for Good special.
MAGA Nicki.
And God damn it. So get your cups ready for Minority Report.
Hey, welcome to Minority Report. It is Auntie Kerel.
It's Auntie Dawon.
And it's Auntie Jerrell. She back. She back. Hey, Hey, she back. She back.
You feel it better.
Hey, I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say all that.
No.
Look, I mean, we got a lot to get on the list, and a lot of the things on the list have a lot to do. I'm just exhausted. Like, November came in just throwing blows, just trying to mollywop as many people. No, Sharkeisha, no. That's what I'm feeling like. I'm just, Sharkeisha trying to beat my ass right now.
Not Sharkeisha.
I just,
go sit down, Sharkeisha.
Girl, it's been a month.
Yeah.
And as we're recording, only 12 days in.
And it's crazy. It's crazy that it's the holiday season here. Thanksgiving next week and all that good stuff. But it's just like, good Jesus. I haven't even had like time to really sit and think and be like, oh, it's that time of year. Like Corey put up the Christmas tree and stuff last night. I was like, oh yeah, it is that time, huh? Like, it's bizarre.
Mean, if the nor'easter wasn't a clue.
Yeah, that shit got cold real quick.
Wait, what happened? What I miss?
It was like 70 degrees, and then I left for Palm Springs, and I was like, okay, it's still pleasant out, you know. I got off that plane the other night. I was like, why is it 30 degrees? It was so fucking cold getting off that plane, and it was windy, so I don't even know what the wind chill was. It was like 35-mile-per-hour gusts that day.
That sounds like some Chicago like shit.
Yeah. It started over there. They got snow. I mean, I'm sure you saw with a bunch of folks. They got hella snow.
Damn,
it's crazy.
Yeah. So I know my mom was texting me. She's like, "Yeah, it's snowing in Michigan." I'm like, "Oh no!"
I'm in my bubble over here, minding my business. I ain't seen no videos, no photos, or nothing but snow. I've been trying to be off the internet. If I'm being honest, I've been trying to stay off the internet.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I'll be on it. but I literally the best thing I do.
I said, where else you be?
I do. I'll be on it. But the one thing I did earlier this year, or no, after the election last year, literally on all my social platforms, there's certain keywords that I put in that I don't want to see. And it has like helped my social media algorithm so much. I don't see 95% of the craziness, literally, and it's great. Like I see more people like maybe reactions to stuff, but it used to be like old boy stuff would just pop up just because it's all encompassing. No, it's the best thing I done ever did.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, I can enjoy the menses again on here.
Yeah, my algorithm right now it's mostly just the Brandy and Monica tour at this point. Like, I didn't finally hit FOMO. Like, I was cool. Especially after a couple weeks ago when she walked off the stage, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm okay. I'm missing it. I'm okay. But then, baby, everybody has been coming out for these shows, and then since then in Chicago, the vocals and the mic has been on, and I'm like,
I agree.
Okay, all right, I am missing out.
Yeah.
Like,
the week of this episode, I see it Friday.
Shut the fuck up! Damn.
Not me.
Wait.
I sold my ticket.
Wait, and who you got sitting next to it? Who you sell the ticket to?
I don't know.
Just sold it online.
Damn.
I have no idea.
Damn.
Dawon was supposed to come with us, and he ain't going now. Now it's gonna be. I hope.
But for reasons, though.
Oh, for very good
reasons.
But damn.
Yeah.
I don't want no random bitch. Don't kill my vibe sitting sitting next to us.
No, because I want you to end up on the internet. Look, I'm like,
because I'm being there, sitting up in my room, hey,
thinking about you.
I'm doing all the old school dances, hey, baby. Hey. I might need to wear my box braid wig to the damn concert. Shit.
I have to imagine anybody's buying tickets now, like a week before the concert, like they know what's up. You know, like you got the people that they got the people that buy real far out, you know, that are just the planners, and then you got the people that just got their check.
You're right.
I mean, I'm not lying. You know, just got that check and they say, let me go ahead and see if they got them Monica and Brandy tickets left.
Yeah, baby.
But these prices are ridiculous. I looked at trying to go in Houston next month because I'm gonna be in Austin, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just stick around for a little bit longer than just go to Houston. Baby, the ticket was going for like $550, $600 just to be like. I was like, them Beyonce level tickets, like.
I was looking at Doja. She's playing at Madison Square, I think, either Madison Square or Met. I can't remember. And they were like the cheapest that I could find, which is still on the floor, was $800.
That's crazy.
Tickets are insane right now.
$800.
That's crazy.
I low key want to go see that Tony Braxton New Edition Boys and Man tour too.
Do you?
I
don't know. After Marco told me about his experience seeing Tony Braxton, I don't know if I want to see Tony.
Well, I mean, she the open. Yeah. Who do you think I am?
Well, according to Marco, she wasn't even doing all that. She wasn't doing that.
She was doing this. Wait.
This and pointing to the crowd.
Oh no!
Pointing to the crowd. Yeah. That's what she was doing. Yeah.
And they done busted out your microphone too.
Yeah, I know. God damn it.
No, actually, that sounds like Tony. Yeah. That's about right.
Damn.
No, but you know who is
gonna
good?
let you switch, or do I need to stop right quick?
I think you might need to stop it.
Let's see. All right. Okay. Hold on. Oh, he gonna hop out again. There we
but
go.
you know,
but Dan, she wasn't doing
no singing. But you know who is good, and she's a star, Doechii.
Ooh, Doechii.
Baby, I saw her.
I was so jealous that you
I saw her. And when I tell you, this is the first time I've said this in a long time. Actually, Victoria Monet, 2 years ago was the last time I said this. Yeah. She was bigger than that stage. She can easily hold an arena like nobody business. Yeah. And the mic was on. The bars were flowing. Okay, didn't skip a beat. She was dancing. Yeah. It was one of the best concerts I've been to, and I literally said I will never see her that cheap ever again. Tickets were $60. It was $60 to see her.
I'm so mad that she didn't come back to Philly area in this go round.
I was just like, she's that girl. She's really worth the hype. Yeah. She's really worth the hype.
It's gonna be interesting where she goes in her next album. That's what I'm curious what she wants to do in her next one. Like, because she's creative enough that she's not going to want to do what she just did. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, I can't foresee what she's going to do, which excites me, which is what I want from artists. It's like, I want to see them push themselves. Yeah. And it's going to be dope to see what she does in the future. Come on, Doechii.
Yeah, I absolutely. I will give her my money any day. Yeah. Any day.
Oh,
yeah.
I feel like she is probably one of the most underrated artists right now. I mean, you can definitely see her influence in the culture, and people love her music. Mm-hmm. And obviously, there's like mixed results about her album. I think it's phenomenal. I've been listening to it nonstop ever since it came out.
You must be talking about Doja.
Okay, we're talking about Doechii. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Another D.
Yeah, I'll retract my.
But continue going about Doja though.
No, keep
going about Doja
because for sure.
Because I am one of the people who are very mixed about this last album. I am one of the people who were just kind of like, like there were some good songs on there, but like as a total body of work, it just didn't hit. And I think just because it's so, I don't want to say bubblegummy, but it's so light, and I just don't feel that era right now in my life. Like again, had it came out in the summertime, I think I would have fucked even more with this album. It's just
I think
given a little too
we
late.
Can both agree that the timing of the album hit at the wrong kind of time because
it definitely did.
The vibe of it is more. I don't want to say optimistic, but it's definitely a lighter like. I'm listening to it right now, and it's just like I'm happy, and I'm listening to it. and I love listening to the whole album. Like there's like maybe I want to say 2 or 3 songs that are kind of like some of my least favorite on the album, but by and large, as a body of work, I feel like there's a sense of like nostalgia because it is a throwback to the pop of, I would say, 1986, like very much like a time capsule, but also done in a very kind of like relevant new kind of way. And again, like I look at like her visuals are just spectacular. I love this whole kind of like, she's just feeding into this theme of, 80s power rock pop siren
shoulder pad era.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. Like, she did kind of like a nod to Tina Turner in Return of the Thunderdome recently, and just like her choices. Yeah, it's just some of her choices have just been really spot on, but it's not a regurgitation. It's not just a rehash of something. It's like,
it's her interpretation.
Low key,
of it,
if this album would have dropped in 1986, it would be a smash. Like she would be a superstar because
she would end up there with Janet. Give me a beat.
I think so.
I don't disagree with you. It just feels just slightly out of place with where music is right now, and I think that's the only real reason why it's not getting the love that it deserves, because technically it is sound. That whole era that you described is exactly what it is. The execution of it is spot on. It doesn't feel like she's trying to be a copy paste of nobody. She is paying an homage to it in the right way, but there's just still just something that's just
there's a disconnect.
And I couldn't even, and honestly, I think it's just the timing. I can't explain it any other way than it just don't feel like the right.
Should have came out in like April. It should have set up the summer. And then that way it would have gotten to maybe like Pride Month, and the gays were taking it over and stuff like that. It just didn't have the proper
space to breathe,
to latch onto something or something. So.
But I'm gonna see the concert because I like, again, like the energy of the album, like you were talking about, Dawon, is just. It is kind of optimistic. It is kind of like, you just feel good listening to it. It really
is such a vibe.
It really is.
It makes you want to like get dressed up. It makes you want to go out on a date. It makes you want to like, it just has that whole kind of like life cycle of a relationship kind of feel, but like, it's not like aggressively negative or, pessimistic. It's just, like, I want to be in love. I want to go on a date. I want to just.
It made me think though, like
all that. Did
she preempt Beyonce's third act with some of the aesthetic? That's what I thought when I first saw it. I was like, ooh, I wonder if some of this shoulder pads and maybe grungier aspects, even though she kind of had maybe some of the glam rock, including
more glam,
Doja's. But I was like, ooh, is she preempting maybe some of the looks that Beyonce was like, bitch, I was going to try to do something similar to some of these looks too. Hold on, let me revamp right quick. It's going to be interesting what the looks are for Beyonce. But that's what I first thought when like she started to drop everything. I was like, okay, let's see here.
I love the fact that she's kind of in her own lane, and I do love music that is in whatever kind of way that it is polarizing. That people don't feel meh about it, and that's what you want about art. I feel like this is, in addition to being, good music, it's kind of like it's an art installation, if you will. And so having that kind of visceral reaction, it's like, there are people that are just like not fucking with it at all. And then there are people that are just really, really vibing to it. And it's like, I love that polarization.
Yeah. But to your point though, Dawon, about people being in their own lane, I always respect that about an artist, especially when they know how to execute it really well. I just hate that, to your point, like not a lot of people will get their flowers unless somehow it is mainstream digestible and it's something that circulates in social media, like I don't mean, because we're going to talk about the Grammys in a little bit here, but when I was looking at some of the Grammy nods, I was just like, oh, like I didn't see some of these songs making it on the list, or some of the albums making it on the list, but then I think back to, radio play. Radio play is still very much a thing. And I just kept thinking about, the songs that I hear and see mostly on like social media. I want there to be some form of a, a category that is about the trending social media songs that you hear that are just everywhere. Not necessarily the ones that get played the most, because that transformed people's lives as well too. And it's sometimes boost sales, but
I don't know. There might have to be some more parameters around that, because if Jet 2 Holiday gets a fucking Grammy nomination,
right.
I'm gonna be pissed.
But nothing's better though. Nothing's better, so it sounds right.
That part. I know that is right. That's funny. That is funny. Well, we might as well hop on into it then. So, community, there's just been a lot of headlines this last week, so we gonna do Aunties. Do you give a damn? Yes, ma'am.
Do we want to skip over the?
We could get that.
We'll get it.
We could get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Edit this out.
Yep. So let's see. Do we want to start with the Grammy? We might as well start with the Grammy noms then. So, Aunties, do you give a damn about the Grammy nods for 2026?
I honestly, I wouldn't say I give a damn, but I would say that I feel like it was pretty spot on with all the nominations. Like,
I think they
normally there's always that one nomination, like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, where did this person come from? And I look at the nominations like, okay, that sounds about right. Like,
sounds about right
with every single one.
And maybe we look at quickly here. Let's do maybe record of the year and album of the year and song of the year. Here we go. So record of the year, community, if you haven't seen the list at all, we have DTMF from Bad Bunny. This is for record of the year. Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. Anxiety by Doechii. Wildflower by Billie Eilish. Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. And The Subway by Chaperone. And APT by Rose and Bruno Mars. Who do you think is going to take it?
Honestly, it's such a grab. I have a feeling that it's going to go to either Lady Gaga or Billie Eilish. I think Billie Eilish, just because she didn't get none last year, and the girls were mad.
Yeah,
they were mad.
Billie Eilish.
They were like, I'm like, yeah, leave Beyonce alone. Why y'all mad at Beyonce? Because Billie had been winning every time she'd been up there. She don't know what losing means. So they were definitely.
And she's 23.
Okay. So they were definitely feeling some kind of way about that. But I have a feeling it's gonna be Lady Gaga.
I feel like it's either going to be Gaga. Bad Bunny might sneak in there.
I would love it to be Bad. That's who I would ultimately want to. But come on now. You see how things are going in America. Can you imagine the American Grammys giving someone of Latin background the record of the year with everything going on over here?
But luckily, the voter base has gotten a little more diverse in recent years, and they've started to... started to slightly right the ship. It's turning a little bit, at least. It might be turning quick enough. But I think Gaga's maybe my front runner, just because I don't think Gaga has won one of these big categories. She's been nominated like damn near every album. I think she's almost like a Beyonce moment where she just might be due kind of thing. Abracadabra was like a massive song. I mean, like it was like the return of meat dressed Gaga, as we always say on here. Yeah. So it might be her, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bad Bunny snuck in there as well.
Yeah, those would be my two.
Yeah. I mean, for me, who I would like to see versus who I think might be different. I mean, I like to see it go to either Doechii or Bad Bunny, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
When I think about... And I know that there's different criteria for, like, I think record of the year is more for like performance, production, engineering, the mixing of like one single track. So it's not necessarily about airplay. But when I hear record of the year, that's what I think about, is like, what songs just really took over. And, while I can definitely see, some of the other artists had some really great songs, I think Doechii and Bad Bunny really, even just from the way that the songs were constructed, just brought something new and different and fresh to the music scene. So I would like to see one of those two take it home.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Song of the Year, Abracadabra's in there again. Anxiety's in there again. APT is in there again. DTMF is in there again. Golden from K-pop Demon Slayers or whatever it is. is in there. That might be it because that song is fucking massive. Luther again by Kendrick, Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter, and Wildflower. So all of them are back in there again. The only difference one is Golden is in there instead of The Subway by Chappell Roan.
And isn't the song of the year, and again, keep me honest, because like I keep getting them confused. Song of the year is really about the songwriter.
Song of the
It's
song of the
like
year
the composition of the song.
Exactly.
It's like the lyrics, the melody, but it's really the award actually goes to the songwriter,
it's to a songwriter,
who may or may not be the artist, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Just making sure.
Yep.
You know, these.
Yep. And like song of the year honors like the composition of the song itself, so that includes like the songwriter and things like that. So that includes like the lyrics and the melody and things like that. And then I'm just looking up now. It says record of the year recognizes the recording and production of a song. And the award goes to artists, producers, and engineers and mixers. So that's the two difference of the two. Song is more with the songwriter. Record is more of the production of the song going to the producers, engineers, and mixers, and the artist.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think it's gonna be Golden.
Based on that criteria.
I know this. I don't know for like because song of the year. This is where Kendrick might sneak in there low key.
Yes,
they might sneak.
I
can
see that.
In there.
I can see that as well too. And
then Doechii might even sneak it. This might be where Doechii
I think Doechii
in.
could actually take this one as well. Yeah.
This is low key one of the harder ones of the last few years. I think.
Yeah,
because I feel like there's not like a runaway one. Golden might be, but I would have thought Golden would have been maybe in more of the record, but I guess the songwriting of it, Golden is good too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
don't know. It's a toss up. I think the pop duo performance one is the hardest category. That was named this year because
you got it up.
That one is just absolutely fucking ridiculous. It is Defying Gravity, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Golden, Gabriella, Cat's Eye, A Petit by Rose and Bruno Mars, and then 30 for 30, SZA and Kendrick Lamar.
I think this is where it's either going to be Defying Gravity or Golden for me on this one. Those two like have just like, but I mean the rest of, I mean Gabriella was up there.
I know.
A Petit was up there.
It's 30 for 30. It's 30 for 30. Look, I'm just...
Yeah. I think it's going to be Defying Gravity or Golden.
Yeah.
That's where I think I'm at. I think that's where I'm at. But that is a stacked... stack. Because Apatow was like massive at like right after the Grammys of last year. Like that song was like you couldn't like escape that damn song. But like it might have came out too early and lost maybe some of the steam now because other massive songs have kind of come along the way that makes people kind of maybe forget how big something was, in this like instantaneous society that we're in now.
But I think though, but when it comes on though, people still sing the fuck out that song.
Oh,
that's
1000%.
and that's one of the things.
And it's fucking Bruno Mars at the end of the day. That motherfucker don't lose.
Don't. Because then him and Gaga won last year. Him and Gaga won last year for.
So that's true. Gaga did win. So you're right. Oh damn. So are they going to give Gaga twice in a row?
Yeah.
But Abracadabra was so massive. I don't know. This is going to be. I'm going to have fun watching this year. I'm excited to watch it. And then we'll go to album of the year real quick here. We got Bad Bunny for and I can never pronounce this. WTR. How you say it? Debbie Mas Fotos.
I'm not even gonna try it. Out of respect, I'm not.
Shut up, Smithy.
Not even gonna try it.
Then we got Swag by Justin Bieber, which I didn't care for Swag that much. Man's Best Friend, I didn't care for that album that much either. Sabrina Carpenter. Let God Sort 'Em Out, brilliant album by Clips. Mayhem by Lady Gaga, GNX by Kendrick Lamar, Mutt by Leon Thomas. This is the one I was super excited to see sneak in there because that was actually a very good album. And
Chromocopia.
Thank you. Jesus, help me take the wheel. Tyler, the Creator. Oh God, which was a very good album as well.
It has to be Bad Bunny.
The album that came after that one.
Yeah, it has to be Bad Bunny. I'm like, I look at this list,
it feels right.
that you just cannot deny that album's complete body of work and how it is absolutely everything. And like you said, swag. I was actually very surprised. That was probably the one that I was kind of surprised.
That's the one I was surprised as well.
When I think about it, because I didn't think it was anything worth.
And it was too long.
Yeah, and then Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. Girl, we've heard all that before. Like, I'm really surprised, but it's giving that basic white girl. It's giving that that mediocre white girl stuff. I'm just saying.
You said it,
and I did. And I did.
My sleeper one would be Let God Sort Him Out, because that was just a very good Clips album, very fucking good album. GNX might just be one where like it lost just some of the steam just because it came out so long ago. But I mean, it's hard. I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick snuck in there by any means, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like the energy might be behind Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I also feel like this year could be really interesting because there's been a lot of focus on diversifying the the committee and bringing more people of diverse backgrounds, whether it's identity, culture, race, whatever, into the committees to vote on these. So
I thought that was for the Oscars.
I don't know.
I thought they made those changes for the Oscars, not for the Music Academy.
They did it for both.
They did it for both? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And Leon Thomas, like, I think he was one of the most nominated this year, which is dope because Mutt was like everywhere. So that's dope to see. He might just be one that they give like the best new artist. Like, there's always, I feel like, one person that.
What's the rush? Hey, I'm a dog. I'm a mutton. I said, okay, I am.
And the album's very good.
It is.
The album was very good.
Yeah, I'm actually going to see him when he's here. He actually did another date here in Seattle. He opened up another show. Yeah. So I'm going to see him while he's out here.
There we go. Yeah. So, and then shout out to Duran, by the way. He got nominated for like Progressive R&B album, and I think
R&B song. Yeah, I think he had 3 nominations. And our sis Michelle too. Cousin Michelle got nominated. Yes, and Torian.
Come on now.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
I know that's right. Yes. Come on, that becomes her.
Very happy.
I love it. So we'll see. But all right. So clearly, I guess we gave a damn because we talked about it for a minute there, huh? Aunties, do you give a damn about MAGA Nicki Minaj?
Here's the thing that I hate. I hate that she gonna do some dumb shit and be like, I was just trolling y'all dumb bitches anyway. Like, I absolutely hate that. That's just her MO. That's literally what she's gonna do. I don't think she's going to stand 10 toes down on it. I think she's just doing it for fucking attention. And that fucking pisses me off because you have too big of a platform. Yes. And what also pisses me off is the amount of barbs who are still riding off that cliff for her as well, too. And y'all know better. You know better. You absolutely know better.
90% of her fan base are like queer.
Yeah.
So you're going to have her post like anti-trans shit and all that stuff. Right. And you go, no.
Or she posts about the gay dude on there being like, when I was going through this, sucking no dick didn't save my life or something like that. Like, God did and all this other stuff. And I'm not here for it. And people need to stop making excuses for people. Like, where's the line? Like some of y'all want to drag, like they've been trying to drag Beyonce. You want to hold Beyonce to the candle when we'll talk about, but you won't hold Nicki to the flames? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah. Which one is it?
It's sad to see. It's sad to see certain people just like crash out, and she's crashing out hard,
baby.
I hope she gets whatever's coming to her because I mean, like this is just beyond irresponsible.
Yeah.
If she believes it, it totally invalidates all of the work that she's done for the various communities that really, that really have benefited from her platform and for her standing up and standing in for it and with them. And, if she's trolling, it's just, again, I hope you get whatever you come to, because there's just certain things, especially right now when things are so chaotic, that you shouldn't be playing. This is not just playing with fire.
Yeah.
Like you are feeding into every white, staunch Republican, right-wing narrative and looking for people that look like us to co-sign their bullshit. And so whether it was a troll or not, like, this is just, it's pitiful and it's disgusting, and that's all I got to say about that.
It's the way you're holding your pearls for me as you say it.
Right.
It took me out.
He was holding the sharp venom.
Like, okay.
That's what he was doing, because he really wanted to get in that ass.
I don't know. She might like surpass Sierra when it comes to like being on my shit meter. Because that is just, it's just so damn irresponsible. And if that's the way that she really feels, then she needs to stand 10 toes down. Stand in that shit. She can be right over there, lock arms with fucking Kid Rock and whoever else is over in that crew that's pumping out this kind of hateful bullshit. But like, to play, like, even if you're trolling, this is the kind of stuff that kills people. So I hope she gets whatever's coming to her.
She had
whatever that is.
She had it coming.
You want to be the bad guy so bad, you continue to do it, Nikki.
And that goes for Deborah Messing and Sarah Sweeney and all these other
Sweeney.
All of them.
It goes for all of them. Like, you know what? Keep talking. Keep talking.
What Sarah got to do that with this? Sarah, what you do, girl? Who is Sarah? What you do, girl? I need to know about Sarah.
She's staying quiet. She ain't doing nothing. She hasn't seen my clip from last week. That's why.
No. Now Sydney. Now, I know what Sydney did. I know what Sydney Sweeney did. But
all of them. Sydney might need to change the name.
Sarah. Okay, right. That's what she might need to do.
Now she's the one that's standing 10 toes down.
Baby, when she said, "I like jeans," I said, "But that's what you got to say."
Girl, I'm glad I'm not working for American Eagle anymore.
Baby, could you imagine? I thought that when it first happened. I meant to tell you that once. I was like, damn, could you imagine?
God, they paid all that money just for that shit to blow up in their face. Yeah, they got a lot of media. They got a lot of media press, now. But not in the right way, and it didn't translate to people buying them goddamn jeans.
Sure did not.
Sure didn't. Everybody was still going to Abercrombie again. Aunties, do you give a damn, or did you give a damn about that Wicked for Good NBC special that came out?
It was so good. It was very good. So good. It made me actually respect the movie even more, and actually made me excited about the next movie that comes out this week by the time this episode comes out.
Yes.
Because again, they sang live during the movie. Yes. And if they singing live like that, and baby, it's gonna be good. It's just gonna be good. It's just dumb.
I got my Kleenex ready.
It's absolutely dumb. That was so good. Yeah, but not. I think Kerel. I think it was you who posted that clip of Cynthia going up, and they cut to Whoopi Goldberg from Sister Act.
It took me out.
Baby, that took me out. I said, y'all better leave her alone. It took me out.
I was like, you know what? You're right though. Oh Lord! I was like, the internet is forever winning, For how fucked up the internet is, you know what? Every once in a while, I fucks with you.
You know what I appreciate about, like, with all the muck and chaos that's going on in the U.S. right now. I don't know what happened, but we've turned a corner when it comes to creative content. You know, like. It's been a long time, and I don't know if you guys feel this way, but for me at least, it's been a long time since I've been really excited about music and movies and entertainment in general. You know, like it's been a really long time since I've been like this excited, like, you know, with as many concerts that are coming out, with as many movies that are coming out that are just really fucking good, well written, well produced, not regurgitation of old stories, fresh and exciting, you know, new entertainment. And like, to see Wicked having this kind of moment that's been, you know, happening for the last couple of years, but now we finally get, you know, the movie, the second part to kind of end this series. It's great to be in a space right now where we have, you know, really good content out that we can hold our our feet to.
Yeah, there's something about hope and looking forward to something that, like, in this craziness, it's great to be like, okay, I'm looking forward to go spend 2.5 hours
on this
for something I know is going to be good.
Absolutely,
like you just know it's going to be good. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
I must miss the movie trailers because I didn't know if there's any other good movies out right now. I couldn't name one, but this Wicked movie. I ain't seen that a movie trailer for nothing. When I tell you, I have not seen a movie. I couldn't tell you any movie that's out right now in theaters.
Yeah, what's the movie that's coming out for Christmas? Like usually they always drop something around Christmas.
Is it the Avatar movie? I think the Avatar movie.
It's the Avatar.
Yeah, I think it's the Avatar movie.
Yeah. See, I never cared for all the Avatar movies.
I just love doing drugs and go watch them.
I'm going to see it. I'm definitely going to see it.
Wait, like what's the best drug to watch? Avatar
I do my shrooms.
Edibles.
Oh,
I do my shrooms.
The edible. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, is it like Molly and all the colors are like extra vivid or?
No.
Okay.
No.
But I feel like I've never done Molly, but if Molly would make like the visuals like extra colorful, I could see Molly being good for it. I've never done it.
Just make sure
I couldn't do it. I couldn't get. If any time that I've done ecstasy or Molly, like. Kerel, you know, like I become a pool of water,
sweating,
just sweat. So like to be in a movie theater, I would be sliding all out of the seat. You know, the seats are all like leather and whatnot.
It's Avatar for real underwater.
People would get up next to me like, "Oh yeah, that was really hyper realistic," because I felt like my feet was in water. No, that was me sweating.
that was me.
Spill it all on the floor.
Oh gosh! All right, let's see here. Speaking of, I guess, Wicked, do you give a damn that Jonathan Bailey was voted sexiest man, the first gay man to be voted the sexiest man on People magazine?
I mean, the man's not ugly.
I feel like,
go for it.
Mean, he ain't ugly by any means. Are you kidding me?
I just don't think he all that.
Oh damn!
Okay.
What?
I think it was deserved. I think out of all the people that are not all the people that are out there, but like I think out of all the people that they've been awarding this to. And when I think about the mass appeal that Jonathan has, now he's not for everybody, but the mass appeal that he has, I'd say, okay, I can get with this. Yeah. I still take issue altogether with the whole concept of sexiest man alive or all this other kind of bullshit, but in terms of like, okay, you want to like, hype somebody up and just say, okay, this person is, exuding a certain amount of sexiness and, has that kind of mass appeal. I would agree with that.
Thank you for saying it in a much better way than I could have possibly said it.
And it's better than John Krasinski, who got it last year.
Girl.
Like,
again, mass appeal.
Housewife. I was like, okay, sexiest. Okay.
And who was that? Who was that country dude? There was like a couple of years ago. Keith Urban. No, not Keith Urban.
What's the Gwen Stefani dude?
From
The Voice.
Oh, fuck. Ben Shelton.
Is it Brad Shelton? Ben Shelton.
Ben Shelton?
Oh, no, that's the tennis player.
I don't know.
Blake Shelton. There it is. Blake Shelton.
There we go.
Blake Shelton. Look, I could just hear Smithy right
Sandy
now
Sweeney?
just yelling.
Sandy Sweeney, that right?
Yeah.
Sarah and all of them.
Yeah, Blake Shelton.
Oh, Lord.
I mean,
yeah. No, I mean, Jonathan Bailey, you could get it, boo. I'm going to say point blank end of period.
He is cute.
Go ahead.
He is cute.
I ain't mad at it.
And I wouldn't say no, but I just don't see sexiest man alive, if that makes sense.
Who would you say
Aaron
for
Pierre.
2025? Who?
Yeah,
Aaron Pierre.
Aaron Pierre this year could have been a good one.
That?
Mustafa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a beautiful fine ass.
Yeah, that's a fine ass.
Is he known enough? I mean, I get it that's your who you would say, but I'm just saying, like, do you think that like this would be the?
I think if like the Lantern stuff blows up, like the Marvel stuff, then in the next couple of years he might be. Yeah. He might be on like that list in the People magazine whiteboard right now, but like people to look out for the next couple of years. I would assume he's probably on that whiteboard.
I could definitely see that.
There is something about that man's eyes
and body and accent and
everything.
Sit on my face.
I'm a married man now. I can't speak too much about all that, but I can say
me
his
too.
eyes.
But Corey would push me down the steps and get to him first. wouldn't even be that mad. I'm like, I know, boo. I get it.
Say something for me.
I'm not mad. That.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Look, I wouldn't be mad at it. Let's put it that way,
baby.
Wouldn't be mad at it. And I would agree if he was the sexiest man alive according to them. I would say, yeah, we get that.
Yeah,
it's like you got that. You did that.
No, I mean, it makes sense. I get why they voted him. Just not the top of my list.
He's had a big, like 4 to 5 year run. You know, like in terms of like the kind of projects he's been in, the kind of exposure that he has, even just from a personality standpoint. You know, he just has such a likable personality. Yeah. It's kind of like
who in the gay field would you have voted for? I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish that.
Damn it. I lost it. Never mind. Scratch that.
You said in the field.
Well, as far as the gays, and who in the gay community I would have voted for, I don't know. There's no one in the queer community that I'm like, it would be
that's what
this
made me
person.
Think. I was like, okay, if he's the first, who should have maybe been the first? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I guess was Ricky Martin ever on this list?
Jeremy Pope.
Was he on this list before he came out? Baby, you're right on there.
When it comes to sexiest man, and part of the community, I would say Jeremy Pope hands down.
Yeah.
Baby,
but to your point about
Aaron Pierre, he might not have had as many projects.
Exactly. And it's kind of the same thing with Aaron Pierre. You know, it's like not as well known, but a beautiful fucking man. I would say I would lean more towards Ricky Martin probably having the edge right now, as far as when I think about like the masses of everyone and being so well known. And the man is looking good right now. I'm looking real good right now.
What about Domingo? What about
Coleman Domingo?
Coleman,
it's Coleman Domingo
as well.
Yeah,
I think
that was the second one
that
I was thinking of for sure. Yeah,
and also just thinking about like he's had a great couple of years. You know, he's just been not only a fashion icon, but he's been acting a lot, and and all those kind of things. And that there was just something really beautiful about grown man sexy. Ricky Martin, like people that are like north of like 45 is that like that just I love seeing that.
And you know what, and they know what they're doing.
And what they're not doing.
No, that's right. All right, let's see here. Let's see here which one out of all these next coming out now. Aunties, do you give a damn that folks are mad that the black celebrities went to Jeff Bezos' house for Kardashian's 7th birthday? What's her mama Kardashian? Kris Kardashian. There we go. Kris Jenner. Her 70th birthday party.
I don't care.
They really giving the smoke to Beyonce, but there's a lot of people there.
I don't give a damn. Rich people gonna do rich people things. It's a motherfucking birthday. I mean, the people, I feel personally, the people who actually truly care are just mad because they can't afford to be in a room like that. If you mad about that, like that's just because you could never.
I don't have anything else to add to that.
You say you did that, sis.
Drop the mic. To me, this is like the wrong thing that people should be mad about.
Right.
Out of all the things that's going on, it's what you're up in arms about? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Girl.
But they ain't saying nothing about Nicki, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, next.
I got nothing to understand, y'all. Bingo. Aunties, do you give a damn that the Supreme Court decided not to pick up the case of Kim Davis against the gays and gay marriage?
Fuck that trick. Yeah. Fuck that trick. Hey, let me tell you, I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie.
I was very surprised.
I was very surprised. Very surprised. It's giving. There's a reason behind it. I don't know what the reason behind it is. I'm waiting for that motherfucking shoe to drop. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. I feel like they are covering up some shit right now. And with the timing.
Well, they're covering up that they just did the trans, they banned trans being able to put their gender identity on their passports. That's what they were trying to cover up.
But that happened before. I feel like they, to your degree, I feel like they gave something and took something. to that degree, right? But I mean, like, I think they are literally like distracting from something else. I don't know what that is. I mean, I have a feeling that I think money is disappearing from something, and shit's happening, and they're trying to put big things out there to distract. That's my personal thoughts. Because you seen the Epstein files that were released, them 22,000 emails that were released. Some of that shit has been. I was like, oh, so he spent time.
Yeah. Which we all knew, but it ain't going. I mean, we'll maybe save that. For
What are they covering up? What is it?
Yeah.
I want to know. Why not release the files?
Yeah. Yeah, I know Corey was about to burn this motherfucker down. Because, like, that's the one thing he was like, especially, well, never mind, I'm not going to tell all this business, but he just had people that were like, oh, they ain't never going to do that. And then when this was looking to, like, they were going to take it up, he was about to burn some shit down. Corey was hot. Rightfully so. I was hot, but Corey was about to be like, fuck all these motherfuckers in this world.
Yeah. And the Democratic senators that fucking dropped the ball, too. Fuck them.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm leaning into my selective rage era. You know, like I'm really leaning into
selective rage against the machine. I like that.
And like, if it's not black, I don't care anymore. Like, because I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like a Debbie Downer and like one of those, like, y'all know me. I'm not like a pessimistic kind of person or whatever, you know, but you know, I'm realizing that I only have about so much attention span and energy. And for the most part, there's been this expectation that Black and brown people need to show up and show out for all these other things. But when it comes to stuff that is in our backyards, where the white people at? Gone.
Where they at?
So I really, you know, like, I love that we currently can enjoy gay marriage in the United States. I hate that it is on, you know, that it's on, you know, in the firing range of, you know, trying to take down and dismantle or whatever. But in terms of the energy and effort that I'm putting into it as a gay man, as a part of the LGBTQIA community, I'm not doing that anymore. And I want to focus my energy and efforts. I'm tired of getting distracted by all the other things instead of focusing on the things that are directly supporting and focus on our community. I know there's overlap. I get that. But we get in, not we, let me speak about myself. I get mixed and I only have so much energy. So when I'm pouring all my energy into this fight that's getting all this attention, gay rights. But then we have people that are, you know, losing their benefits. They're getting gerrymandered out of their voting rights and all these things that specifically disenfranchise, specifically Black people, that's not getting the airtime. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I focus on the right thing. Mm-hmm. So there are people that can do both.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them anymore.
And I think, you know, and I think that's,
I have to compartmentalize.
And I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know, I think, you know, for us and having those intersectionalities of being both Black and being queer, you know, and I think we've talked about this, you know, when we talked about, you know, what do you feel is like, you know, the first thing people see or think about when they introduce you. And I always say it was my Blackness, you know, before my queerness. And I think, Kerel, I think you said you think more about your queerness than your Blackness, you know.
Or it's just like my Blackness was just something I just never had a proper. Oh, and like, actually, this is a evergreen episode.
Yeah. Anyways, but to say the least, I think it's one of those things though that like it's still kind of important though because there's a lot of specifically white queer people who need to be doing a lot more of the work within our queer community to do the fighting. And as Black queer people, it's exhausting because we are fighting two fights. And so I totally understand where you're coming from. It needs to be the white queer folks who are really leading the charge when it comes to the fight for the LGBTQIA plus rights because of that privilege that comes with being a white queer individual, and they get the opportunity just to focus on that. Well, we got to focus on being Black and being queer, you know? So I totally understand where you're coming from. Absolutely coming from, because we need to, you know, be like, hey, we over here. Y'all can hold this down over there, you know?
Yeah.
So I get it.
Because it's still the Black population that's keeping democracy afloat. Like we just saw it again in this last vote. It's like the Black people vote for the democracy again, showing up again. Right. It's like shit.
I'm just
so yeah, we ain't mad at that. We ain't mad at that at all. We get it.
I think it's important. It's important to call it out because, you know, there can be potentially a lot of other people that feel very similar and are also feeling a bit of shame about that decision. And I'll be the first one to tell anybody, I don't feel no shame about saying it, because at the end of the day, you know, it's my time, my energy, my money, my life, and I'm going to focus it on the things that matter the most to me. And one of the things that I've learned is that as a Black person, as a Black gay man that's living in the United States of America, you know, there is a lot of expectations for me to show up for everyone else. And what I'm sick and tired of doing is doing all the showing up, which I have been doing in a lot of different ways, but not really for my own community. And I think for me, coming into this year and going beyond, I've come to realize that I need to pour more into my own community. So if I have a choice of where I'm going to spend my dollars, where I'm going to spend my energy, where I'm going to spend my time, it's going to be on us.
Yeah. I think
that's why
but I will say one thing that's different from you than I think some of the people who get dragged for choosing one or the other is that you still do and show up when it's time to show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the main distinguish in what you're saying is that, like, you're just focusing your energy here. You're still going to do what's right for both sides, no matter what. Right. But you just putting your energy over there. And I think there are some people who are just simply choosing to just like, I can give a fuck about what's going on over there. I don't care about the rights that's happening over there. And I think that's a different conversation than saying, hey, I know stuff's going on over there, but I'm prioritizing this. I'm still going to do right when it's time to come and vote to make sure that over here is taken care of as well, too. But my energy, my time, my money, and my all that is focused over here.
It's prioritized.
Exactly. Absolutely. And that's what I wanted to clear up, because I do know people, and we see tons of queer people who vote for Trump, who claim to be Republican and stuff like that, and they go over there and they can say less. They can give zero fucks about what's happening in the community, and that is not the same thing with Dawon saying. So I just wanted to clear that up. Like, that's not how Auntie
And don't
is.
try to come for Shar, because you know you're going to get it right back. So don't even try.
Come for me if you want to. You're not going to get a response. So you can Twitter finger as much as you want, and you can voice your opinions. I encourage you to do so, because our engagement needs that level of support. But what listen, this is not a debate. I'm telling you what I'm doing. You can do whatever it is that you want to do.
It took all my mic not to spit that out.
You can do whatever it is that you want to do. This is a free country, but for me,
I know,
and where I'm spending my time, you know, listen,
it ain't over there.
No, not beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns, baby.
Beautiful gowns.
Aunties, do you give a damn on the same note, though, that the Dems compromised and that the government is back open because of it?
I do. And of course, what they look like, they're not like us. They're not like us. I tell you that much.
Donkeys.
I know.
Yeah, I care. You know, I feel so bad for the people that have, for the past 40 plus days, have gone without any kind of paycheck or any kind of benefits, and with a lot of uncertainty. There are a lot of people that are, you know, that are on prescription medications, that are critical for life support, that are, you know, struggling to get by on their paychecks as it is, you know, and rely upon SNAP benefits to help make ends meet, who don't have opportunities, you know, to, you know, have a different kind of life and experience. And I feel for them, but also low key, I would have loved to have seen the Dems it's frustrating because this is the old playbook. The Dems and their leadership play in our faces.
Yes.
Because, they will sit up there and stomp their feet and say, this is wrong and this is wrong. But when it comes time to do the right thing, and the right thing is saying, no, you aren't going to. If the government has to shut down because you are trying to get rid of something that's going to have a long-term effect for these people's health and well-being, which is the healthcare component of this of the budget, like, why should we give that up on principle? And right now, what it tells me is that we don't have a dog in the race. Our bark is not our bark, their bark, because I don't even identify as I identify as a socialist leaning liberal. Like, I'm as far left as you could possibly get, because, like, this decision is not a good decision for us in the long term. I get it. People are suffering. I get it that people need to have their benefits and all this stuff. And I get it that constituents are raising hell in their communities about, hey, we need to have a resolution to this. But I need for our leaders who are looking at the long term to be looking at the long term. And this is not a long-term solution. It doesn't feel like a long-term solution to me. This feels like, we're just caving in to this. And yeah, we have a couple little concessions, but at the end of the day, we had the upper hand.
Yeah.
And you squandered it.
There's a lot of numbers.
I struggle because I 1000% agree everything you said. I just struggle that, like, it sucks that the Democrats are still just going to get all the smoke, like, either way, and it's just like the Republicans aren't, like, it just sucks that we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. Like, that's what it really truly feels like, because it's like, one hand, like you said, you have folks legitimately suffering, not able to eat, not able to go to the hospital, not able to do anything. And they're at the mercy of this shutdown. So in one regard, like I would feel like if I was in that situation as a Democrat representative, I'd be like, damn, like, I have people literally emailing me. I have people literally calling me, literally suffering. What the fuck do I do in this situation? Because I know that side don't give a damn at all.
Not at all.
And the only way is, like, maybe I need to compromise a little bit, just so the people that are literally my next door neighbor could fucking take their kid to school and they can eat for the day. But then on the flip side, it's like, if you do that, you're not going to get everything that you just shut down the government down for the last month and a half. And like you said, I have the upper hand and things like that. So, and then it sucks to be in that situation because the Republicans don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
They don't care. And they know that's what's going to happen. So it's just like, again, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't on this side of the equation. And so, again, it kind of just goes back to, it's like, that's why we stress the voting piece. Because when we get in these situations, there's a very little wiggle room to succeed, to get shit done the way we need to get done. And it always ends up being this side having to compromise for something because they don't give a fuck on that side. Not to say the Dems always give a fuck, but they give maybe a slight more fuck than the other side. They ain't budging for shit over there.
Can I say something real petty?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I low-key wanted this shutdown to go for as long as it could, because I really wanted the people who voted for old boy in the office to feel it, to really feel it. And I'm not saying that they're not feeling it right now, but like, right, we're 40 days in. What if it was 60 days in? What if it was 90 days in? Like, in my opinion, this 40 days is just enough to make it significantly inconvenient. But there's
numbers that we need to first clarify first off. So the health benefits have not gone away. Obamacare is still there. That is what they were holding out for, because that happens next year. So the medical part has not been in effect just yet. It's the SNAP benefits that currently is at issue right now. That is the primary reason why those Democrats end up caving, because to them, they say the lesser two evils. If the Republicans don't replace Obamacare with something, then premiums going to go up for healthcare. And then they're saying that roughly around 25 million Americans are going to be affected by this. But they're saying, though, right now with SNAP benefits ending, and there's around 47 million Americans that will then lose benefits in time for the holidays and stuff right now. And then the other reality, though, and this is why I give a damn, is that literally it was put into law, I think it was 2012, where when the government shuts down like this, all those workers will get paid for the time that it's shut down. So although they're not currently getting paid right now, they get the back pay for all that stuff that they should have as well. And that's literally in the law. So there is no like, well, people aren't getting paid. Like, yeah, they're not getting paid right now, but they're going to get their money the moment the government opens the fuck back up. And so I hate that they use that particular thing as a reason to be like, well, we got all these people who are working, but they're not getting paid. And it's like, but you gonna end up paying them. So now you.
But still, I mean, it sucks to go to work.
I don't disagree with that, but I don't like their reasoning because at the end of the day, what was the point to begin with? If you like, you should have cared about that from day one. And so you basically shut down the government for 40 days just to be like, okay, whatever, fine, fuck it. What was the point?
And when you add this measure plus the change in the tax code that will go into effect next year, that will significantly increase the amount of taxes and significantly reduce the amount of deductions that people making under $250,000, which is a vast majority of the American population, combined. We're talking again. It's so short-sighted. It's so, because what's going to happen is on top of you now taking less money home and not getting as many not refunds, but not getting as many
deductions,
tax breaks, deductions on the back end of the year, which is money that a lot of folks depend on, right? And then on top of that, you've got the proposal of getting rid of Obamacare, which it ensures that people have affordable health coverage, and then try to alley-oop them into saying, oh yeah, but if we get rid of this is Republicans, we're getting rid of this, we'll give you then a stipend of $2,000 or whatever, which is barely not even gonna scratch the surface in terms of what they're gonna lose from a tax perspective. So it is a lose-lose situation. And here's the thing, like, I'm not a political pundit. Okay. I know what I know because I pay attention, but the vast majority of people don't pay attention to what's happening. But more importantly, the Democratic Party sees all of this shit and they see the longer picture. So the fact that we're making concessions off of
a pinky promise,
barely that,
knowing full well the full spectrum of what's going to hit your constituents in 2026 is short-sighted, and it's a slap in the face to all of us. And I know that it hurts that people are suffering right now, but if it went a little bit longer and we forced the hands so that the Dems weren't the ones
do you think they would have been able to force the hand?
If it would have gone,
hard thing. It's like, I don't know
if it would have gone long enough.
I don't think so.
Long enough.
Yeah, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so.
At least 3 months.
But that's impossible.
Take it all the way through Christmas.
I think that's impossible with the holidays. And again, like, we're talking about the TSA agents. We're talking about the airports where they the country is not going to be able to run at all. And again, they are above all that stuff. They can use private jets and other things like that to get around. So the Republicans you can send them emails. You can send all the emails you want to and all the phone calls you want to. Them motherfuckers weren't changing nothing.
And that's the hard thing, is like, even when it first shut down, I was like, I don't know if there's going to be long enough time that the Republicans are going to care.
I agree.
And that's where I go back to the damned if you do, damned if you don't moment. It's just like, I don't know what the right answer is, quite frankly.
They were walking out.
I'm just throwing it out there.
They were walking out, collecting the checks and all the rest of that stuff. They didn't care.
Leave it up to, first of all, leave it up to me, and I say we stay closed until y'all come to the table, because we can be stubborn too, but we're not. We're not. That's the problem, and the Republicans know it.
I think
they know that the Democrats are going to cave.
is that they should have been pulling this shit back when Biden was in office. That's what I think the problem is.
I mean,
and it's too little too late. Look, the truth is that the Republicans own right now basically the three branches of government. And so they really have more of the power than the Democrats. And when the roles were reversed, we should have been playing this motherfucking game ourselves. And now we own defense. We should have been on offense when we had the chance. And so we now need to be thinking about 2026.
This is the broken record that we say every election cycle.
Yeah.
Because shit like this keeps happening. That's why for me, I'm just like, let the shit burn. Okay, so you can't travel because our airports are closed. They didn't hike up the prices of flights anyway. They doubled the prices of flights. I used to be able to fly from Chicago to New York for $90. That was only 6 years ago, right before the pandemic. Now it's $400 minimum.
Yeah.
That's just from Chicago to New York. So if it shuts down travel, so what? What's the principle? The principle of it is we're not going to let the Republican Party hold our democracy at ransom over health care for everyone that we're already paying.
But I think the issue is the people I just don't think the people enough of the people in the country understand that that's the right thing to do. And I think that's just because, like Kerel was mentioning as well, too, there's just so many people who are struggling in real time to not have that privilege or luxury to then be like, well, I don't care because it's for the greater good. No, too many motherfuckers right now are struggling to be like, I can't. I have to focus on me and mine right now. It's hard to see the
greater good when my greater good right now is not being met.
Not even just that, but you can't.
And that's always going to be.
You don't even have enough. You don't have enough for your own right now. You know. So how can I make space for someone else when I don't have for me? And I think that's the issue right now.
And the sad thing is, like, the Democratic Party is the only one that maybe gives a hint of care for that. Yeah. The Republican Party doesn't. And so that's why it's like, I feel like we're just constantly damned if you do, damned if you don't, held hostage to the care of trying to do something.
And at the risk.
And a lot of times the something is the wrong something, quite frankly, but it's just like, somebody got to do something.
Yeah. I mean, we can all read. I think the three of us and a lot of people that are listening right now can read the tea leaves of where this country is headed based off of its current trajectory. And listen, there's always going to be a case for why we shouldn't do this and why we shouldn't do that. There's always going to be people suffering, but at the end of the day, if you don't make shit hurt, then you're going to continue the cycle. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's kind of a moot point at this point because the decision's already made, but as far as I'm concerned, when you ask me, like, how long should it take? As long as it takes. Because this whole like, the Republican Party knows that as long as they have this kind of leverage, they're going to continue to utilize it and weaponize it. So why not? If we're going to be weaponizing, we're going to be hurting. Listen, people are going to be hurt. You think people are hurting now when a fraction of a good portion of the United States is not getting a check right now, but next year when everybody is paying double in their taxes? And not bringing home, they're not able to make ends meet as it stands today. And next year, they're definitely not going to make ends meet. And what do you think is going to happen to insurance rates and premiums?
The issue is that,
it's all going to go
up. The
up.
politicians understand that the issue is that there are not enough people inside of our country who understand. Because if more people understood, then they would understand the importance of voting, like Kerel mentioned, and why it's important that we got to vote the right people in who are going to do exactly what they said that they ran on doing. And that is where the real issue lies. They know, because they sit in them goddamn meetings all the goddamn time. They know what's at stake. It's that there's not enough people. There's just not enough people.
What do you think it's going to
take? To your point, Dawon, I think things are going to have to burn. I think more people and more Americans are going to have to suffer and start fucking some shit up. And it's going to come from the people first, and then it's going to get into the politician part. So, unfortunately, it's going to have to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah. Well, apparently we all gave a damn about that.
So did. We ain't had one of them in a minute. So did, and rightfully so. A couple more here and we'll get out of here. do you give a damn about the Devil Wears Prada 2 trailer that dropped?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Nope.
I'm scared. I'm so scared.
We don't have a good history of
Thank you.
Hollywood doing reboots well.
Yeah.
And it's not a
We just
reboot.
don't.
Technically, it's a continuation.
And them too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
have a good history
Yeah. Them too.
of this and that.
Yep. Agreed. And that's why
Yeah.
I'm worried too.
And that's why I'm like, I don't really like. I'm not getting myself hyped up for this kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, there is a lot of Emily in Paris, kind of like vibes with this. It feels to me like a Lifetime, like a Lifetime holiday movie. That they're trying to gloss up as like, oh, this is going to be the biggest thing. Girl, bye.
Do you think Meryl Streep would put herself in that position though? That's the only person in this cast.
I
Look,
think she
if
would.
you got Glenn
I think she
Close
would.
talking
You
about,
think so?
can you smell my nappy pussy now?
You right on that.
Meryl
They
Streep
said,
then
give me
did-
this money.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep then
You're
did
right.
everything that she wanted to do. I think she would gladly
"Give me this
be
check."
in a flop just to like have some fun.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
I
you're right.
completely
You're
agree.
right. She's like, let me wear this wig right
Right.
quick.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're right.
and I'm gonna be able to keep all the clothes and like, yeah, sign me up.
I agree.
You're right. I would too, low key.
Right.
Like, you know what? Let's have some fun.
And they
Do
ain't
we give
her
a damn
look,
then?
Look, and they ain't give her a whole lot of lines.
Probably not. Probably not. They're like,
She
because,
probably
yeah,
got like
'cause she didn't even
18
have that many lines
paragraphs
in the
of
first movie.
dialogue over the whole course of the movie, and that's it.
Yeah, she said this is
Couple words
easy.
here,
She
couple-
said this is an easy check.
Right.
This is an easy check. You're right. Do we give a damn that Netflix is officially reviving A Different World?
Again, like Dawon just said, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. First of all, I looked at this list. And I was like, who are all these children?
So the
Second
premise,
of all,
the premise
like-
of the movie, or the premise of the show, is that it's Dwayne and Whitley's daughter that's going. She's a freshman in Hillman, so then that's how they're introducing it. But also, as my understanding, that none of the like the original cast has signed up for
I
her
heard
yet.
I heard some of them have. Let's see here.
Okay, maybe this is late breaking news.
Let's see here. Oh, why is this? Now I was trying to say Dawon and I talked about this when I saw him in person last week, where we need to do a segment of just stuff that I don't like it or something like that just like grinds our gears. I hate sites that you click on the article and then it's just like you got to pay $10.99. Bitch, I don't want it now. I don't want it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Not anymore.
You just lost that click. I ain't reading this damn article no more, and it just did it to me. So I don't know who in the cast right now.
Hey, I'm
will say
sorry,
this.
I cut you off, Jerrell.
I
sorry,
was just saying, don't need it. Even if it's a continuation and it's Whitley's daughter, the cast I don't think are young people that people actually know as well. Two, they tried something. They tried with kind of grownish, having that be like a little bit more young person kind of ish right now with them being in college. And then what was that show? Dear White People as well. Netflix kind of had that as well too, which was good.
That was a good
That
show.
was a really good show. I just don't think we need this. I don't think we need this. That's just
I would
me.
feel better. I would feel better if it wasn't Netflix doing it. If it was, let's
BT?
say, Apple TV or Apple Plus or whatever they call
Apple
themselves.
TV.
If it was Apple TV,
Mhm.
if it was Apple TV, I would feel better about the prospect of this. But the thing of it is that yes, Netflix comes out with some, kind of like hits. I'm going to use that loosely.
Here's maybe one
But
thing that's maybe changing my thought though.
The problem of it is that Netflix is quick to scrap something. So Dear White People was good, and then next thing you know,
Boom. Yeah.
so it's hard for their constituents, for their viewers, the people that stream their service, to really get invested in a Netflix show, because you never know whether or not it's like you watch these 10 episodes, first season, banger, everybody's into it. And then next season, they water down the solution. And then the next season, if there is another one after that, it's completely off the rails.
Yeah.
And most of the cast has ferreted on to bigger and better things. So they have to kind of work around that. And then next thing you know, it's over with. So it's like, why would I invest the time into a new show when I know that this ain't running for no 17 years like the original?
I mean, maybe some of the saving graces, like, because Debbie Allen, who like served as producer for like the bulk of the first run,
she
is back for this one. She's season 2. She's returning as executive producer, and she's directing the first 3 episodes, so to kind of get the ball rolling. Then there's also, let's see here, writers from the original series that are back. Couple, let's see here, one person who was a executive producer is back. Another person. So at least there's maybe the continuity to hopefully, like, behind the scenes, give the energy that it needs to be like, okay, this is what we stand for. It's Black people, it ain't like I don't know, Ryan, what's his name? Murphy, bringing this back. So at least it's like people that know why they started the first one and the history of it and why it's important, to help the new generation be like, okay, this is what we standing for. This is what it needs to be. And hopefully that energy exudes. I agree to the point that Netflix likes to cancel shit like left and right. So that shit is going to be annoying. And I agree there's probably not going to be no 17 seasons. But the first one only has 6 seasons anyway. Yeah. So if we get to like 3-4 seasons, I might be happy with this. And I might at least check it out. I'm going to give it the time of day.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we always reef everything back.
Let me good.
Everything Black. I'm just curious to how that would translate to today. That's my thing, and I think that's where it's going to miss. I think they may be thoughtful and the continuation from the original, but I don't know if they can make it translate to today's era, because I don't want back then today. I want the essence. Right. I want the conversation. I want the feel, the fun, the playfulness of that, but I need it to be of today's time. And that's where I have a feeling that it's going to miss the mark.
I hope it is encouraging that Debbie Allen is part of it, because Debbie Allen was the reason why A Different World. She was the reason why they actually tackled a lot of the topics that made the show really good. Like, yes, the show was funny, but they tackled a lot of date rape, racism, HIV. Cheating, like they tackled domestic abuse. They tackled so many important, relevant topics that are still relevant today. And I feel like, again, put the Netflix gloss on things. I feel like this is going to be like, this. I feel like the reins are going to be so tight. The Netflix reins will be so tight of the heads that they won't be able to do what I think Debbie Allen in her mind and where she wanted to take the show, what she really wants to do. And my hope is that because she is involved, that she will have more say-so in the kind of storytelling, and that this will be more of a dramedy in a way where they can tackle those serious things. Because if this is just a laugh track, meaning it's all comedy and fun and games and miss me with that. I'll watch my 90-pound, or my 600-pound life or whatever, But if this introduces really polarizing and meaty topics that can spark conversation, then I think it has a chance.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was saying. I think I would love to know who else is part of the writing, because I think there still needs to be an element of young and new writers who are a little just more boots on the ground with what's going on today. Not to say that some of those topics from back then aren't relevant topics now, but the storytelling from today compared to back then is not the same. And I think that's part of what I'm hoping they get correct, because we've seen remakes of shows or continuations of shows, and their way of trying to be young is, well, let's put everything on cell phones, let's everything be an issue on social media, or everything be an issue on TikTok or Instagram and stuff like that, right? But the reality of the fact is the kids today aren't on social media like that. you know,
No.
but a lot of the older people think that's how they are right now, and that's not the case, right? So I just want, and I just hope that there are some fresh young minds who are like, so y'all keep talking about all this social media stuff, but the kids really ain't. They bringing back analog flip phones. They bringing back, you know, all this pagers and beepers and stuff because they don't want it. They are understanding that social media is fucking up their mental health. So I hope they are a little bit more attached today. That's it.
The showrunner is the one from Grey's Anatomy and Bel Air. So
good, because Bel Air did it right.
Bel Air got it right.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're at least trying. It looks like at least the setup behind the scenes is trying to make sure they do this right.
I'm gonna watch.
Obviously, the writing and things like that. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch. Miss Debbie Allen, we need you on the podcast to calm our fears down, please. Calm our fears down, please. Oh man, but that was the last Aunties you give a damn. I guess we gave a damn a lot this episode.
We had a lot to give a damn about.
So did. Yeah. But yeah, and then I know that one topic we said that Palm Springs Pride. Palm Springs Pride was dope. It was fun. It's always a blast out there. Like, it sucked that I didn't get to see Fizz. I didn't know he was leaving Sunday.
Yeah.
So like until literally Saturday night, I was like, "Well, girl."
When he got there? What? Thursday?
He got there Thursday morning.
Thursday. Yeah. And so I got in Friday. And so, and then I didn't realize the party tickets or whatever, they always have like the weekend tickets. Now they have two separate big, I guess, events promoters now or whatever. And one's called Desert Heat and one's called Desertopia.
Oh, okay.
And so when he was like, "Oh, I got the Desertopia ticket," I was like, "Oh, me too. I'll be able to run into you." Then I was like, "Hold on, my shit called Desert Heat. That ain't Desertopia." It was two separate things. So like all the events that we both like paid money to were like separate events and things like that. But like I felt bad like that Saturday night. I was like, I was getting ready to go to the event. He's like, "Oh, we're at the bars." I was like, "Well, girl, by the time I get to the bars," and I was like, "It's just too much." But I was like, "Issa's out. Text Issa and link up with him, please, because I feel horrible."
He did say he did say, "I'm not trying to make you feel bad," but he was just like, "I'm really bummed I didn't get to see Kerel." I picked him from the airport.
I was super bummed.
He was like, "I was really looking forward to seeing Kerel," and I was like, "Oh."
I know.
I was like, "Bitch, you just saw her a couple months ago, but okay." Like,
that's okay.
He was sad. I was like, "Damn, did you miss me, bitch?"
But no, it's like you're in the same city. It's just like you want to see each other. But so I felt bad. I was like, "Oh damn, I didn't know you was leaving Sunday. Why are you leaving Sunday?"
Because you know that man don't like to take off time for work.
Yeah. I get it. But no, it's funny, especially because like it was 90 degrees, and so to come back to this cold, I was like, "Oh, this ain't it."
Froze your nipples all the way off,
baby. This ain't it. This is not it. And I'm glad I didn't lose my voice. I'm getting better at that. Even though I'm still tired as shit because I'm getting old as shit to be out till 2 a.m, 3 a.m.
Did you run into DJ Corey out in
I did. And this is like the fifth time I've run into Corey in the last like 3 months. I see him everywhere now.
See that picture of you
Yeah, and so finally we're like, you know what, we need to take a picture because he's like, "You stalking me, you everywhere." And then it's just weird because the gay world is so small. So like a lot of the folks that he knows, I didn't realize he knows, and he didn't know I knew.
Yeah.
And so like when I saw him one of the nights, he was talking to this other DJ that I know, and they're just like keying it up. I was like, "Oh, y'all know each other?" It's bizarre. And so then we went to one of the parties, and then he knows Jerrell. I don't know if you know our friend Pablo at all. LA Pablo. Hey Pablo, if you're watching. Anyway, maybe not, but like he's friends with him. So like I was texting Pablo. I was like, "Oh, on the way to the party, blah blah blah." Get there, and he's talking to Corey again. I'm like, "Bitch, get out my face! You everywhere." So it was something to run to him. Shout out to Jamal from San Diego. Another moment where you're just out at the bars, and they're like, "Are you Auntie Kerel?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh Lord, okay, I'm behaving." But shout out to Jamal, and I think that's the name. I'm pretty sure Jamal from San Diego. Shout out to you, boo. And I actually got a picture, so I need to post that as well with him. So it's again just dope to just be out and about, and people be like, "Hold on, Minority Report." Hey.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to kind of get recognized, and people just appreciating the show, and they're like, "Yeah, we be cackling along with y'all every Monday." I'm like, "Oh, I appreciate that." So it was another fun event, and that event just gets larger every year. That's another one where you're just like, the pride of it all just gets larger and larger, especially in times right now where the world, like you say, is going crazy. It's good to have, even though it's escapism, just to have a moment, just be like, fuck it all. Let me just kiki with friends, have some beverages, be in the sun, shake your titties, look at menses. It's just like, and then get back to reality, obviously. But it's always fun to kind of have a moment to escape.
Yeah.
So yeah. But it's good times. Good times. Yeah.
All right.
But anything else? Anything else on your hearts and minds?
That's it.
Girl,
I
I'm
look
spent.
forward. Yeah. Same. and I look forward. I look forward to our guest next week. Next week is gonna be so much fun.
Yes.
So if y'all made it to this, just y'all wait. Just y'all wait. I'm excited. I am really
I'm so
excited.
too.
Yeah.
The next couple of weeks of just guys actually are just very good. Oh yes. I'm glad you get that teaser. Y'all tune in next week. Yeah. And on that note, wash your hands, your legs, and your ass, and we will see you then.
All right.
Bye.
Bye y'all.
See y'all.